destiny will be fulfilled by wearing UFC boots. Jose Aldo, this young man has quickly become one of the greatest fighters in the world. Here we go! Aldo grabbed the fence, he did.
The one mistake that I made in that fight is I let up right at the last second, you know, and you can't do that with a guy as skilled as Aldo. It's something that's played in my mind over and over again. You know, it's something I'm not going to let happen again, ever.
After 4 knockouts and a 5-fight win streak,
I've gotten so much better. This is a new and improved Chad Mendes.
Chad Mendes gets a chance to avenge his only loss against the featherweight king, Jose Aldo, with his home country of Brazil as the backdrop.
I'm going to be looking to take his head off.
Tá ansioso sim, mas não para arrancar minha cabeça, sim para ficar mais uma vez no chão, dormindo.
Another Brazilian favorite, Glover Teixeira, is undeterred after his 5-round loss to the champion.
Anyone they put in front of me, I have to beat him to get to the title again, and I want to knock this guy out. I want to finish him.
Going to the judges in Brazil has never been part of the plan. I'm glad Glover agrees with me. We're not going to go to the judges.
With victories over Alexander Gustafsson and Lyoto Machida, Phil Davis looks to add Teixeira's name to his list of wins over elite competition. And in the lightweight division, undefeated Brazilian Diego Ferreira.
That's gonna be my first fight in Brazil. So, wow, that's making more excited for me.
Takes on upstart Beneil Dariush, unfazed by the notion of fighting a Brazilian in his backyard.
Can't wait to get a knockout so I can see the crowd.
At UFC 179, 3 underdogs must go into the lion's den and attempt to defeat Brazil's beloved sons. Follow their lives.
Hey, Steve, we got to put some more nails in here.
Go inside their training camps.
Go!
This is Countdown to UFC 179.
Primeiro luta com o Chad. Vencer diante da torcida brasileira para mim foi um sonho. Fiquei muito emocionado. Eu acho um ponto máximo de tudo que eu já ganhei, de tudo que eu fiz. Então essa próxima luta eu me sinto primeiramente tranquilo, porque pelo fato de eu vencê-lo e eu já conhecê-lo.
Puxa, passei, vem, bom, puxa.
Ok, deixa que eu vou.
Vou dar o jab e vou pisar do lado. Cruze direto, e vou sacar direito.
Now the longest reigning champion in the UFC, Jose Aldo prepares with Andre Pederneiras' world-renowned fight team, Nova União. Aldo has had many mentors along the way, but the bond with 3-time UFC heavyweight title challenger and MMA pioneer Pedro Rizzo goes much deeper.
Então vários ídolos, como qualquer outro atleta tem. Eu tenho o Mike Tyson como ídolo, tenho meu pai como ídolo, o Pedro Rizzo.
Oh, powerful inside leg kick. Oh, doing it again. And he goes down. Pedro the Rock Rizzo.
Eu tô com o Dedé quando é Pederneiras há, sei lá, 20 anos. Eu tava lutando na época no UFC, aí eu treinava sempre de manhã, só que o Júnior morava na academia. Então a gente treinava 8 horas da manhã, a gente acordava ele pra poder treinar, que ele dormia no tatame. E aí um dia ele chegou e falou, pô, quero começar a treinar Muay Thai. Aí eu chegava cedo pra treinar e começava a treinar comigo. A gente começou a treinar, o Júlio tinha, sei lá, 14 anos.
They're quick, they're vicious, and they're frequent.
jeito de lutar, de chutar as pernas, ele pegou muito esse negócio do low kick, né? Você vê que eu joguei um dos maiores low kicks do UFC.
So much power in his kick.
Sempre vou usá-lo, todo mundo já sabe e todo mundo cai, o que eu faço com muita perfeição.
Eu estou tendo o Aldo pressionar ele o tempo todo para evitar que ele pressione, para tirar e mantendo a distância para poder bater no Chad Mendes.
Se eu cortar que ele cai.
Team Alpha Male is a team that Uriah Faber actually started when he first started fighting. You know, a lot of us actually come from the wrestling background. Basically just a big group of guys that all have the same goals, and all of us can come together and train to reach those goals and those dreams.
Rotate all the way, Chad. Turn into hard. There you go. The reason why this team is the best in the world is the fact that we have the best training partners. You know, we always got each other's back. We're always in here pushing each other and show how to lead by example.
We have a real positive vibe. It's about doing good. It's about motivating. You know, have TJ pushing us, and Buckles, who's been, you know, one of the team leaders for 5-7 years now.
All right, Chad. Today we're working speed. Speed kills, baby. Feet and hands, connect feet and hands. Work on full extension too. Flexion in the legs, Faber, every punch. Just moving, standing them up. That first touch, speed, turbo on that. Very nice, there you go. Yeah, you're maxing out about right here. Oh, nice, there we go, beautiful. Wow, yeah. That's an explosive shot. It's a room full of great athletes, and Chad's the freakiest athlete of them all.
Iron Mike Chappie.
Where's that jab?
Chad Mendes is the best pound-for-pound guy in our gym. He's the guy you don't want to go with. Athletically, he's a gifted guy. Aldo's a gifted guy. Now it's going to be a matter of who can impose their will.
Sometimes it gets a little bit repetitive, just doing everything over and over and over again in the gym, so it's great to get outside.
So I want to throw more today, but while we're out there, we might as well hit some sprints, you know? And just blow up those lungs.
Okay. We gotta get this done.
So run the first 50 with our hands straight out. When we pass this cone, break into your sprint.
Ready, go!
Yeah, we're working on that top-end speed, that high-level athleticism that you get from just hitting a 40 as hard as you can.
Go!
Each one you're just trying to get a faster time, push a little harder than you did in the first one.
Chad Mendes, his times are crazy. I mean, he could be a sprinter in college easily, you know?
You ain't beating that.
I've been watching all those fights since we fought. He's plateaued. I don't see improvement in his game. You know, and the older he gets, his athleticism, he relies on that a lot. You know, that's going to start wearing. I fought Aldo, I felt him, and I truly believe that I can beat him.
You going to work out at all?
Probably not going to have time. I start at 7 in the morning, and then we'll be done like 6 o'clock at night. You're going to be dead. There's a big mix of both media and training that goes into training camps. See you later, Winthrop. Got to fly down to LA for a media tour. Do it. Schedule, it's crazy packed, and it's just basically non-stop. It's a fine line of trying to balance all your training in and balancing all the media that comes with it.
Chad Mendes is in the neighborhood. Chad, welcome to the neighborhood, brother.
Thank you guys for having me.
If you were to fight Money Mayweather today, what do you think would happen?
I wouldn't straight box him, no way, but MMA, it wouldn't even be a fight. I'd whoop his ass.
How you doing?
Chad Mendes.
I could have had you in the arm bar, too. Kick his ass.
Oh, yeah. There's going to be a whole new Chad Mendes, and I think that's going to be very dangerous for a guy like Aldo. I have to step into that octagon, and I have to beat this guy up.
Chad, thanks for being on TMZ Sports. Now, are we looking at the next champion? What's going on? Are you going to beat this Jose guy?
You are looking at the next champion.
How's the pressure for this one?
I'm not feeling any pressure right now.
He is, though, right?
I think so. I mean, he's the champ. He's been the champ for a long time. I'm looking to go out there and kick this guy's ass. I'm getting tired, but we're almost there. And then back to Sacktown, Sacramento.
praticamente sou um apaixonado por futebol. A explosão que eu tenho na perna já é desde a época quando eu já venho de garoto, na época que eu treinei futebol, então eu comecei fazendo futebol faz uns 2 meses.
Você pode trabalhar legal na areia, não tem contato físico, que tem o futebol, entendeu? Ele já vive no contato direto, no cada luta, né? Mas pra ele aqui é mais um lazer, né? Que ele vem aqui pra se divertir um pouco, pra relaxar um pouco a cabeça.
Eu sou um cara competidor em tudo, nada pra perder, então eu vejo a vitória.
Pronto, acabou, ganhamos.
Essa valeu, né? Pegou aí, né?
Dá pra tirar foto contigo ali?
Dá, pô.
Então a massagem pra mim é essencial. Eu fico muito feliz, realizado também.
Mas, primeiro, parabéns. Obrigada, tá, por tudo.
Então hoje em dia o assédio é no Brasil inteiro.
Obrigada, hein?
Nada.
Falam aqui pra manter o foco, pra não perder o cinturão, que são orgulho deles.
Jose Aldo's Nova União in Brazil and Chad Mendes Team Alpha Male in California are two of the most talent-stacked fight camps in the world. So it is no surprise that their competitors had faced off in several title fights over the years.
The damage he took against Jose Aldo at one point for you and I got difficult.
Until this past May, Nova União fighters held a 4-0 record against members of Alpha Male in title fights. But after TJ Dillashaw finally notched one in the win column for his team,
TJ Dillashaw is the new UFC featherweight champion!
Alpha Male has gained a new wave of confidence.
TJ's the first one to get on the scoreboard for us, so this is my time to get in there and do the same thing with Aldo.
Eu acho que ele tá pensando errado. Barão é um atleta, o José Aldo é outro. Eu vou chegar lá e vou vencê-lo novamente.
Even though Chad was good enough to be a world champion last time he fought Aldo, it's crazy how much better he's gotten since then.
Nicely done, he rocked him. He's gonna finish it right here. And it's all over. Straight right hand, and Chad Mendes wins.
Little did he know he had hands like Mike Tyson. He has bricks for hands and he can knock guys out with one shot. When he learned that, it changed everything for him.
I knew that I had to get out and I had to demolish the guys that they were putting in front of me.
I'm coming for you, Aldo. Guida has never been knocked out. This featherweight fight has title implications. Get up! The speed of Chad Mendes is something to behold. And the Ben Ludwig factor is huge with Chad Mendes.
It's kind of scary to see Chad like this. He definitely has fire under his ass, and he means business now.
Galera, separe o grupo de 4 aí. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Derrubou, independente da queda que seja. Quem cair tem que bater no chão e levantar. Não quero ninguém no chão. Foi! Na verdade, a gente analisou bastante a série Mendes. A gente está repetindo exatamente os movimentos que ele faz normalmente, para que tudo dê certo, termine da mesma forma que terminou da outra vez.
Então acompanhei sim as lutas do Chad, ele nunca pegou, nunca lutou com alguém ranqueado da categoria. Então ele não pegou nenhum teste. Eu sempre tive adversário muito mais duro do que ele. Quando ele nos enfrentarmos, ele vai ver quem é o campeão, então ele vai ter que aceitar.
Eu quero parar.
Qualquer um que vir querer roubar qualquer coisa minha, eu nunca vou deixar.
Chad
say anything? Yeah, I told him that belt's mine.
When I was leaving Sobralia in Brazil, I have some friends over here in Danbury, Connecticut, and they used to work landscaping. They call me and they say, you want to go make some money and come over here and start working landscaping. But my passion was always about fighting and being in a gym, and ended up finding a gym over here and start my whole career in Danbury. After Beneil UFC, I trained at the pit for one fight, trained at the Black House for another fight, and I trained the last 3 fights at Coconut Creek, American Top Team. But the fact that this is my house, I decided to do Phil Davis camp over here in Danbury.
I met Glover in 2003. He came to train full-time with me.
Luigi owned the American Top Team Connecticut. He's one of the affiliation. We've been good friends for a long time, but I haven't been trained with him in a while.
He was training here in between fights, and then going to California, going to Black House, training there. This is the first full training camp that he's doing just in Danbury, Connecticut.
Knockout, shoulder out, hey!
When he told me that he was gonna try to do everything here, I'm like, dude, I gotta make everything happen.
Despite splitting time between different training camps at the start of his UFC career, Glover Teixeira enjoyed immediate success and rocketed to the top of the division rankings. A combination of relentless pressure.
Big left hook. He's in big trouble. Fabio down. Oh, big elbow. The doctor stopping the fight.
A dangerous submission game.
Oh, man. That is all over. Glover Teixeira by submission.
And vicious knockout power.
Now he's pulled up. Down goes Bader. Glover Teixeira. Destroying Bader.
Earned him a shot against the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world barely 2 years into his UFC career.
Walking to the cage for John's fight was, I was confident. And I looked at the guys and I was like, I'm going to be a world champion today.
Here we go!
My plan to beat Jones at that night was be in his face, be aggressive.
Glover's coming over the top of John's left with that right hand. He's throwing bombs.
A couple rounds, I think, in the beginning it was kind of close.
Hard kick to the body by Glover. So far, this is shaping up to be a very interesting fight.
Few things that surprised me. That I was like, wow, this guy is a very smart fighter, and I have to be smarter than him to beat him.
Oh, beautiful kick over the top. Beautiful spinning back kick to the body.
Yeah, I was very disappointed when I lost that fight. I was not as aggressive as I should be, I have to be more like that killing instinct. I have to change everything, lifestyle, diet, because I want to get that belt one day and need to get back over there and beat him.
You definitely want to look to fight guys who are higher ranked than you. He's ranked number 4, I'm ranked number 6, that's fine. Let's do it.
Phil Davis has long been a top contender in the light heavyweight division. And with victories over some of the finest fighters the sport has to offer,
Phil Davis, Mr. Wonderful!
Davis has a confidence about him that is invaluable in the octagon.
Phil, Mr. Wonderful Davis!
Yoma Machida is stunned.
I
I know I can beat anyone if I'm healthy, if I'm trained right, and if I employ the right game plan.
You know, respect Glover a lot. He's a very good boxer. Actually, a good technical striker. He has good setups. With Phil, you know, we've been working on his striking hard since his last fight. You know, we've been putting extra work daily.
I think he has a great skill set, and he's been very successful with it. But I think we match up well. It all depends on who will be able to literally and figuratively get to the punch first.
Every fight, you know, is a game of matchups, so I think this is a good matchup for us, and can't wait. It's going to be a good fight.
At night, we always have a conditioning. We're gonna do 3 5-minute round. Short time conditioning, very intense. Hey, can you just press that button over there? Phil Davis is he have a very good cardio. If I let this fight go to decision, I guess that's his strongest point. He's like, I'll point guys over here, you know, take downs, do a little punches over there. I can't let that happen. I want to knock this guy out. I want to finish him. I want to push the KO on this fight, and I think I have the advantage on my feet.
First step, mechanics. You jump and land from that leg. So you're controlling all that energy.
Chad Macias is my strength and conditioning coach. He has introduced me to a lot of different cutting-edge training methods.
Good, that one looks really good. Good. Perfect. We build monsters in pretty much every sport. So in NFL guys, we got guys like Brian Cushing, Jake Long, Steven Jackson, Nick Novak. Try to stick the landing. That was perfect.
He's really good, not just training athletes, but understanding the science behind training athletes.
Even with a hole in your shoe.
You don't know anything about wrestling, Chad. Guess what? Guess what we all have in common? Holes in our shoe.
You guys ever heard of duct tape?
No, this thing's hard work. We don't give up on a shoe just because it gets a hole in it.
All right, knee to toe touch, edge of the chair. Most MMA guys are doing more of the quote-unquote old-school workouts. And that's predicated on them feeling like they got beat up really badly in the workout to feel like they're getting good results. And you just have to look at the research to know that perceived exertion really has nothing to do with the outcome of the training. Oh, wow. That was pretty ridiculous. That makes my athletes better athletes, and that helps them become a better fighter, as opposed to traditional MMA strength and conditioning doesn't have a carryover to the actual competition. And that's a wrap.
This new gym, I'm open at Global Teixeira Training Center. It's just for me to train right now. This the octagon, it's gonna go right here. The cage right with the spider is gonna come around. We open up this gym close to ATT, Connecticut, but it's just more for like fighters. Hey Steve, you gotta put some more nails over here because, I'm joking. Every time I walk by there, I see, oh, this thing's gonna be great, man. It's gonna be cage here, you know, because it's a dream, you know. It's a dream to have my own gym, to go and open the door and like have my own space. And over here, you know, pull off this bar and the jiu-jitsu mat. You know, right now I have the gym the way I want it, you know, like it's just for the camp, just for the professional fighters. So I'm really excited. This guy over here is the boss. He said be ready in 2 weeks. So in 2 weeks I'll be training over here, right, Silvio? You got it, buddy. Yeah, that's it.
over Teixeira's opponent in the co-main event. San Diego-based Phil Davis was a highly decorated collegiate wrestler, a four-time All-American at Penn State, and in 2008 as a senior, he became the 197-pound champion. But as an elite athlete with many good years ahead of him, Davis wasn't ready to retire from a life of competition.
As soon as I was a Division I NCAA champion, I immediately started training to become a UFC champion. It was just that clear for me.
Get gloves on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's have a little urgency here.
Even as a high-level wrestler, you have to maintain your wrestling ability by training with good wrestlers.
The whole goal right now is to get your feet moving. This is a new international style of defense, all right? I'm gonna put my hands down, locking out with my head right back to my feet. One solid swing, guys. One good solid swing right now. Phil and I met in college. We went to Penn State together. We developed a good relationship from there. Basically brothers now at this point. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Keep working. Guys. So we're gonna start playing from the clinch here, all right? And this is gonna allow me to set up pushes, punches, freeze faking. Clinch work's very important. Switch on your own. Pulling and moving this guy. Control his head. Trying to bend him over. Let's give it a shot. I'm two. Ready, 1, 2. The better you work here, okay? The better you're gonna work in the cage. It's a very good matchup for Phil. Glover's gonna move forward and do what he does, and Phil is gonna play his game.
He's a power puncher, and he is not the first power puncher I've gone against. I may be the first high-level wrestler he's faced, so, that puts him kind of at a disadvantage.
Very motivated for this fight. Fighting Phil Davis, a great fighter, fighting in Brazil, great crowd.
Pressure's on him. He's the higher-ranked guy. He's from Brazil. As soon as they close the doors to the cage, that's when the last 2 or 3 months of preparation finally start to show.
Go!
I look forward to that date with anticipation to show what I got.
Anyone they put in front of me, I have to beat him to get to the title again, and Phil Davis is the next guy,
Over 100 fighters in the lightweight division, it can be hard to make a name for yourself. But these two men are doing everything in their power to do so. Undefeated Diego Ferreira.
Diego Ferreira remains unbeaten.
And Beneil Dariush, a 25-year-old with an 8-1 record and a tremendous jiu-jitsu game. Will square off at UFC 179 to attempt to gain ground in the most crowded division in the UFC.
I started jiu-jitsu in 2007. I was fresh out of high school. Jiu-jitsu started taking over my life. 2 years in, I had the 2 world championships and I think 2 Pan American championships. So one day I get a call to fight MMA. I said yes because I was scared to tell my coach, hey man, I'm scared, I don't want to fight MMA. At that point I had to find a good MMA camp. Everybody was telling me about Rafael Cordero, and that's kind of how I ended up at King's.
Formerly with the famed Shootbox Academy,
1, 2, stop. Don't rush.
Rafael Cordero's Muay Thai black belts include Anderson Silva, Shogun Hua, and Fabricio Verdum.
He's got an amazing list if you look at it. It puts pressure on you. He's like, oh man, I'm under the same guy. I gotta be able to do the same things these guys do. But personally, I'd like to do it even better.
Mendes
started training with me maybe 5 years ago. As soon as we did the first sparring, he showed the most important thing inside the gym. He showed a lot of heart.
He represents the new generation of the King's MMA. He became one of the best guys inside the gym.
Just like his immediate gains early on in jiu-jitsu, Ben enjoyed similar success in MMA. After his professional debut at age 20, the young Iranian-American ripped off 6 wins in a row, earning him a call from the UFC.
I remember the exact moment when they called my manager and he called me. And I say hello, and he doesn't actually talk. He takes a second, and I'm like, hello? And then he just says, welcome to the UFC, my friend.
Keep riding. Keep pulling. Good. Last round, then you got to hit your moves. Got to hit your targets.
It wasn't like I had a lot of time to kind of process it.
Nice job, man.
I was fighting in 15 days. It was a short notice call. I was kind of stunned by the whole thing.
You can almost take any 2 lightweights in the top 20 or 25. Feel like you have a competitive fight. He's up head. He's trying to finish it right now, John. Dariush right now trying to get it up with the background. Beneil in trouble here. Beneil Dariush just a little toe. Big debut for Beneil Dariush.
After the fight was over, I was looking around like, man, did this really happen right now?
Still undefeated. Your winner, Beneil Dariush.
Within the 5-mile radius of my house, I want to say I have around 50 family members.
Lunch is ready.
Lunch is ready. Let's do this. As far as education goes, I'm considered kind of a black sheep in the family. Everybody in my family, we have lawyers, we have doctors, we have nurses.
So who's all going to Brazil? Mom's going for sure?
What? No one told me Mom's going to Brazil.
Nora's going.
My mother doesn't really like me fighting. If she had it her way, I'd probably be playing tennis or golf.
2 weeks before his fight. I have a stomach pain, I have a lot of stress.
Last time my mom showed up to my fight, in between rounds, I'm going back to my corner. You know what my mom's doing? She's crying. I'm thinking to myself, why is she crying? I won the round.
She was having heart attack in last game that you had. It's too hard to see somebody being.
Go to Rio after I come back. Once I'm back, you go to Rio. How about
why?
that?
Is there like a pressure?
No, it's not gonna.
For being in the building? What's
no, well, the whole crying thing between rounds, yeah, kind of bothers me.
I'm not gonna cry.
Okay.
Promise.
You wake up with goals. You have to. Really, if you don't have a goal for the day, what's the point of waking up? To say, oh yeah, I want to be a world champion, it's easy. Everybody can say that. But there's little things you have to do to get there.
If he starts to come up right away, then you can kick out.
I work with Marcus Molka on my wrestling techniques. His resume is off the charts. 4-time All-American and 2-time NCAA national champion.
Walking your feet back as you're bringing the head down.
Okay.
Right.
So don't just look.
Don't let your feet stay in one spot.
And he had an answer for everything.
I gotta walk my feet back, keep my feet moving, square up, and heavy hips. We work on some skills. He goes out and tries them, and he's able to come back and articulate what's working and what's not.
If I can do this, I can punish him.
It makes it very easy to coach him, and it allows us to be able to capitalize on those mistakes and things that the other guys aren't doing.
In August, Ben competed against Tony Martin in Tulsa. It would mark his 3rd UFC fight in just 8 months.
Dariush finding his range.
Big body kick, you can see Tony Martin's breaking a little heavy now. Dariush now with the top game, we're getting a chance now to see his ground skills. He's looking to slide that right leg out, and he does. He's got the mount, he's working for the head and arm choke, and that's tight.
Beneil Dariush gets it done. Beneil Dariush.
And after his impressive finish in late August, Dariush is right back to it. UFC 179 will mark his 4th UFC fight, all of which have been in 2014, making him one of the most active fighters on the roster this year.
Experience is really important, and to get more experience, you just have to fight. There's no other way. So my goal is, by the end of next year, I'd like to have 15 fights on my resume.
That's maintenance.
Including this fight, it's going to be 6 more fights. I figure if I can just do what I did last year, it should be no problem.
Help them find a way to still get what they want out of their training, but also allow their body to have a fair chance of healing, you know?
With this consistency, I have to be more professional than before. I have to be ready to take it easy one day and rest a whole entire day. It's difficult, but you have to do what's necessary to get to the next level.
Let's go, guys. Let's go. Let's go. Luis. Joe waiting for you, Luis. Let's go.
For undefeated lightweight Diego Ferreira, jiu-jitsu has been a lifelong passion. Just like his opponent at UFC 179, Beneil Dariush.
Go, go, go to the left.
But even for a third-degree black belt, he still finds value in teaching some of the more basic techniques.
I just gotta step my hand on the mat, pull to the side. Just try get up and push. Big man on the hook and get his back.
1, 2, 3. Let's go.
Sometimes you forget about the old techniques, you know, you have to work on the begin and escape the hips. That's why when you teach, make you work with technique too.
When Ferreira was 9-0, already champion of another organization, he received a call from the UFC and was eager to show off his top-level jiu-jitsu game in the octagon.
He just called me super excited that he had gotten signed and that we needed to get home. He needed me to print everything out right away to get the contract signed. He was super excited.
I'm not gonna lie, I always get super nervous in my fights. I'm always nervous. I'm always thinking wow, what's gonna happen?
Welcome to the big show, Diego Ferreira. He's a guy we've been hearing about for quite some time.
After walk in, get in the cage, I said, okay, now that's the time I have to do everything I can to win.
That's a beautiful judo takedown there for Ferreira. Working on a quick submission here. He has it. And there's the top foremost, Diego Ferreira. How about that? A short night at the office for the debut in Brazil.
Now move, keep moving. Right there, keep your hands up right here. Hit chin in. There you go. What are we looking for? There you go. That's a good punch right there. That's his punch right there. Basically, what I work on with him is he's good on his groundwork. So we try to work a little more on his striking. Good, right there.
Coach Rick's like the old school boxer. He pushed me, he don't let me quit.
Don't be a flat foot, you gotta move. Gotta keep moving a little bit. Gotta keep moving on this guy. Go, yo. That's it, baby. There you go. There you go. That's it right there, man. What I'm talking about right there is a good, perfect right.
I'm a complete fighter. I'm not just a jiu-jitsu fighter. I want the knockout. I'm always gonna look at how I can finish my opponent as fast as I can.
Just 2 months separated Ferreira's UFC debut with his second opportunity in the octagon. And coming off of an impressive performance of the night bonus, he was given an opportunity on the big stage. Part of UFC 177's main card in August, he would face veteran of 8 UFC fights, Ramsey Nijem.
On the day to win, you know, he tried face me and tried push, and he oh, welcome to UFC now. So okay, that's gonna be better, you know, gonna be more excited for me.
Unbeaten Diego Ferreira against Ramsey Nijem. All right, here we go.
Look at that beautiful sweep. Ferreira looking for Kimura. He likes being on his back. He's got a very good offensive guard. Oh, we got tagged again. Guillotine, looking for the finish. Oh, that's a tight one, Mike. So far, Ramsey's all right. He got out. Oh, tagged again. Big right hand.
I caught him with a hook right in the jaw. And I kind of don't feel. I just saw him drop on his knees.
Hit it over! Diego Ferreira remains unbeaten.
Nicely done. Nicely done by Diego.
Another fight, another victory. And Ferreira found himself right back in training camp. Just like his opponent, Ferreira wants to fight as often as he can.
Losing every lower back, we're going to be doing deadlifts and stuff.
In the early part of his UFC career, and UFC 179 will mark his third appearance in just 4 months.
All right, so it's our box, GSD, sprint, and then burpee chest to bar. There you go. Hit the X accuracy. You gotta be accurate.
This couple 2 or 3 years, I've been training every single day.
There you go. Sprint back and forth.
After my last fight, I don't stop at all.
Nice and easy. Control your breathing. Control your breathing.
I think I want to just keep the ball rolling. That's gonna be better for me. And if I have to fight one more time, I gotta be ready. I just wanna get there and do my best.
Diego is like such a hard worker. Like if he wants something, he's gonna go out there, get it, fight for it, no matter what it's gonna take.
Breathe, breathe, breathe. 2 more sets.
I want to fight the top 10. I want to get on the top 5 the end of next year. You know, doesn't matter who I have to fight.
Exit pace, control your breathing.
He's already done such an amazing job these past 2 fights. I have no doubt that he's just going to keep working his way up. Like, if it's in his head, he'll get it.
At UFC 179, a pair of lightweights try to separate themselves from the pack.
With the short amount of time I've put in, I've had a lot of good results. All my wins have been by finishes, and I have to keep that up. I think it stands out much more.
Top light heavyweights know the stakes are high.
What's at stake here is beating another top contender and get myself right back in the toss to fight for the title.
I think I have advantage because my skills have more power, you know, and I want this more.
And after 2.5 years, champion and challenger will meet again.
A confiança continua a mesma, ainda mais porque pelo fato de eu conhecê-lo e eu já conhecê-lo.
You know, if that's his mentality, he's going to be in for a rough night. This is my time to shine, and I'm going to take that belt.